Today we're going to look at how to use base 10 blocks to solve two-digit addition problems. First, let's get acquainted with the base 10 blocks. Our base 10 blocks consist of units, rods, and flats. But today we will only be working with the units and the rods. Elise, why don't you get familiar with the base 10 blocks and tell me if you notice anything special?
I notice that one rod is the same as 10 of the unit blocks. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's right. That's actually very important to realize and will help us a lot when we solve our addition problems. So let's label our chart. Units equal ones. And rods equal tens. Now let's try to use the base 10 blocks to solve an addition problem, and we'll start with one that you already know. 11 plus 22. I like the way you represented your numbers. You realize that 11 equals 10, one rod, plus 1, a unit block, and that 22 equals 20, two tens, two rods, plus 2, two unit blocks. So now if we add them together, what do we get?
$33.
That's right. Elise, in that problem, I noticed that you realized that to add using base 10 blocks, we need to combine all of the blocks in each section together. So you combine the 3 rods together to get 30, and the 3 units together to get 3, and combined, that equals 33. So let's try a harder problem now. 52 plus 43. So what's the first step that we need to do to solve this problem?
First, I need to represent my numbers. I'm going to use 5 rods to represent 50 because I know that each rod is worth 10 units. And then I'm going to use 2 units to represent the 2. So that would be 52. I need to represent my next number now. 43. So I'm going to take 4 rods because I know that 4 rods equals 40, each rod being 10. And then I'm going to take 3 unit blocks to give me 43.
That's great. So to add these together, what do we have to do?
We have to combine all of the blocks in each section. I have 9 tens and 5 ones, so that gives me 95.
Great job, Elise. All right, so we're going to do one more problem, and this one is going to be even a little bit harder. This one is 63 plus 19. All right, so this time we are going to start by counting with the ones. How many ones do you have?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 ones.
Is there another way that you can represent 12 using the base 10 blocks?
Well, I know that one rod equals 10 unit blocks. So I can take 10 of the unit blocks and trade them for one rod.
Excellent. And you realize that the rod has to go in the tens place. So now we can finish adding our numbers together.
$82.
Good job. When we're adding, it's important to understand that when we add the digits in the ones place and they equal 10 or more, we need to carry the tens over to the tens place. This is called regrouping, and it's a concept that we have to use a lot when we're adding larger numbers. So now let's take a look at how to solve this problem when it's represented on paper. Here is our problem, 63 plus 19. So just like we had different sections using the base 10 rods on our chart, we can label it the same way on paper. 63 can be represented like this with the 6 in the tens and the 3 in the ones. 19 would have the 1 in the tens and the 9 in the ones. When we're adding the ones together, we realize that 9 plus 3 equals 12. This 1 needs to be moved over to the tens place, our regrouping. So that leaves us with a 2 to be placed down in the ones place for our sum, and 6 plus 1 equals 8 for our tens place. So our final answer for 63 plus 19 is 82.